Welcome to Objective 13C Video Notes, Solving Equations with Price Change. The question is, how can the price of an item change? Items can change two ways: an increase or a decrease. Now, increase means add, decrease means subtract. Things that we might see for increase are the words increase, it went up, things like that, or the words that the price went up, it increased. Decrease usually means subtract, but you might hear words like you had a coupon, you received a discount. Those are other words. Another word that I wanted to talk about in terms of increase that usually comes at the end is tax. Tax always, unfortunately, is added onto the price of an item at the end of when we check out. So how do we find the final cost or price of something? Well, we take the original price and we have to add or subtract the increase or the decrease. And then what we must do is add on the tax. And that will equal our final price or our total. So let's look at example 1. Solve the following. The table shows the discount and sales tax applied to a pair of jeans. So what we want to find is the new price. So the original is $19. So first thing to do, anytime you see percents, I recommend we change it to a decimal. So 0.30 and 0.063, because eventually that's what we're going to be using. But I wanted to show you in this first problem that if you were to set this up, the first thing you need to do is find what is 30% of 19. So that looks like a very similar problem that we've done before in our notes. So what we would do is we would set this up as what is over of equals percent over 100. So if we use the standard formula that we used the other day, is over of equals percent over 100, we are looking for the is, what is, over the of 19, which equals the percent, 30 over 100. Now, I want to show you an interesting way to solve this problem. Mathematically, if we were to write x over 19 equals, and we actually did 30 divided by 100, we all would know that we would get 0.30. That's also 30% as a decimal. So mathematically, what we can do is we can multiply through by 19. Multiply through by 19. And we can solve to get x equals, and I'm going to go over to my calculator. I'm just doing this on my calculator. I'm not showing you how to type in 0.3 times 19. We should be past that. But you get 5.7. Now, in hindsight, a much easier way to do this, and anytime you're doing percents and you're finding the percent of something, this will work for every problem. You can really just jump to this quick step of taking the percent as a decimal and multiplying it by the number that you're using. So that's kind of what we're going to do in the following problems to save a little time, and I'm actually going to do it with sales tax here. So the first thing we have to do is we have to take 5.7, which is basically our discount. So this is our discount. And then what we have to do is we have to add, or actually, subtract that from our original. So if we go over here, we have 19, and we're going to subtract our discount. And 5.7, which is basically $5.70. So if we take 19 minus $5.70, we get $13.70. 0.3, which is $13.30. So 13.3, which is $13.30. So that'll be our new price. But then what we have to do is we have to take the sales tax. So we're going to do sales tax. Sales tax is always on your new price, or your kind of your final price before you pay. It takes the tax of that. So what we have to do is we have to do 6.3% of our final price. So I'm going to use this red box again, this idea, and I'm going to use 0.063. So I'm going to take 0.063, and I'm going to multiply that by 1330. Oops. So we have 0.063 times 1330 on our calculator. 0.063 times 1330, or 13.3, comes out to be 0.8379. So about 83 cents, maybe 84 cents, doesn't matter to me if you round it up, but 83 cents is basically your tax. And that should make sense to you that you don't pay a ton of tax. I mean, tax is relative to how much you're buying. You're buying $13.30 worth of stuff, so it makes sense that you would have 83 cents worth of tax. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1330, and we're going to add in, sorry, I'm having some technical difficulty. 1330, and we're going to add in 0.83. So we're going to take 1330, add in 0.83 on our calculators. You get 13. And that right there is going to be our final cost. So our final cost. All right, let's go on to number 2. Mrs. Quiroga needs to buy Jackson a new harness. She found a nice harness on sale last week at Dogs R Us for $49.99. However, this week the price went up by 10%. What will her total be if the sales tax is 8.5 cents? So, thinking about what Ms. Quiroga showed us, remember, we have to circle the numbers. $49.99, 10%, 8.5%. If we think about underlining keywords or highlighting keywords, we've already underlined this for you. The price went up. We're looking for total. And I think we have tax. So that might be another key phrase there. So let's figure out the math. Let's go back to my suggestions. The first thing I told you to do on problem number 1 is change your percents. This is 0.10. This is 0.085. So the price went up. That means we have an increase. So this is an increase. So what we want to do is we're going to take $49.99, and remember my shortcut. We want to find 10% of it. So we're going to take 10%, multiply by $49.99. And so 10% times $49.99 is 4.99. So that is going to be our increase. So increase means add. So we're going to take $49.99 and we're going to add 4.99. And when we do that on our calculator, we get $54.98. So this is the new price. Now we have to find tax. So tax is 0.085, so 0.085, and we're going to multiply that by the new price, 54. 54.98. And when we take 0.085 and we multiply it by 54.98, we get 4.67. So that's our tax amount. So to find our new price, again, just to rephrase, we found 10% because it went up. Then we had to find the tax of the new price. And now we're going to add the new price, which is $54.98, plus the tax, $4.67, and we get $54.98 plus $4.67. We get $59.65. So that would be the total. All right, we got one more problem to do. Number 3, Daniel needs to buy a new hockey stick. He found one by STX for $239. He also saw that there's a store coupon for 20% off. If sales tax is 9.8%, what will his total be? So again, if we circle the numbers, because there's a good chance you're always going to use the numbers. Oh, sorry, 20%. And we highlight or underline some key information. It looks like there's a coupon. Remember, coupon is a discount. And we have tax. And the question is, what's the total? So you can use the cubes method where you circle and underline, and you kind of block off things that are not important. But I think at some point you'll get used to it where you just circle the numbers to remind you that I want to use these numbers, and maybe highlight or underline key information. And paying attention to the question, which is basically, for this chapter, finding the total cost. So I'm going to go a little faster on this one. The first thing is coupon. Coupon is discount. So we're going to find 20%, which as a decimal is 0.20. We're going to multiply that by 239.99. And we're going to take 0.2 times 239.99, and we get 47.998. So this is our decrease. So it means we're going to subtract it. So we're going to take 239.99, subtract 47.99, and we get 239.99 minus 47.99, and we get $192. So that's our new price. Now we take our new price and we multiply it by tax, so we have to find the tax. So remember, our tax is 9%. So we're going to take 0.098, multiply it by 192. And when we do that, we get 18.816. So that's your tax. So we're going to take 192. We're going to add 18.81. And we get 210.81. So 210.81 is your total. So just remember, when you're doing these problems, use some common sense. Think about when you go to the store. You have a price. If you have a discount, take it off, subtract it. If you have an increase, add it. Then once you get that number, that's your new price, go back and figure out your tax. Your final number, including tax, should always be a little higher than your discounted price or your increased price, because the tax is always added. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.